Hello friends, welcome to the hip opening, hip relaxing session which we are going to take today, and I will be repeating this session at least for the first 3 months. Yes, videos will change, so we'll have 3 videos, 1 video each month. Hip openings are one of the base things which you learn in Ashtanga Vinyasa primary series, and these drills which we will do today will help you progress in your asana journey. Okay, so let's start with the warm up. There will be very small warm up, but we are immediately going to start with our drills today. Let's just warm up our back a little bit. Come in a cat and cow. Come in a cat cow, and then we'll do 5 hips in, hips out, hips in, hips out, hips in, hips out. When you are taking your hips in, try to feel your core muscles getting active. Hips out, hips in. When you are taking your hips in, activate your glutes. Hips out, hips in. We'll do 5 more times. Hips in, hips out, hips in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Now let's do a cat camel. Head in, ribs in, hips in, hips out, ribs out, head up. Head in, ribs in, hips in, hips out, ribs out, head out. Head in, ribs in, hips in. Activate your core. Hips out, ribs out, head up. Nice arch in your back. Head in, ribs in, hips in. Hips out, ribs out, head out. Nice. So let's do some stretching of or loosening of the hip joint. Sit straight. Now when you are sitting straight, try to put all your weight on your glutes. Sit very straight. Don't sit like this. Okay, don't sit with an arched back also. Sit straight. Let your back be perpendicular. If you see my feet are not dropped. My knees are active. My feet are active. Feet are also perpendicular. My back is perpendicular. So sit in a straight 90-degree angle. Okay, let's take 5 breaths here. You can keep your hands next to your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now let's take your right leg up, and we'll do external internal rotations of the thigh joint. External, internal. 1, external, internal. 2, external, internal. 3, back straight. 4, last one, 5. Your back should be straight. Don't go forward, backward. Keep a straight back. If you want, join your hands. Raise a leg. External, internal. 1. Movement starts from your thighs. I hope you have seen my video on the basics. 3, external. 4, external. 5. Let's repeat. Right leg up. External, in, external. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no point in raising your leg up. I just want you to activate your whole thigh muscle, but rotate from your hip girdle. Okay, don't initiate the movement for toes and from toes and knees. Left leg, external, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. Now let's do good warm up of our feet. Take your feet down. Take your feet up towards your knees, towards the floor, towards your knees, towards the floor, towards your knees. 4, in, 5, in. I hope your back was straight all this time. If it was, you will start feeling that small niggle in your back. But if your back is right, if your back is active, if your back understands this awareness, then all your forward folds and forward bends will also be very effective. Okay. Now we start loosening our hips. Get into Malasana or garland pose. Sit in a squat. Those who cannot sit in a squat, those who cannot balance themselves, to begin with, you can keep your hands on the floor, hands on the ground, but don't put weights on your hand. Just keep your hands for balance. Okay. If you can't touch your heels on the ground, keep some towel below your heels. Okay, and then try to do it. But now we are going to do Malasana for some time with some small minor variations also. So get into Malasana. Touching hand, not touching hand, those who can get into good Malasana. Get into good Malasana, join your hands. Your elbows and your knees touch each other. Your elbows are trying to push your knees away. Your knees are trying to push your elbows in. So there is this opposite angle, force on each other. And try to keep your back as straight as much as you can. So we are going to be here for 20 breaths. Start. 1, 2, deep long breaths. Breathe from the tummy. 3, 4, 5. Back straight, don't drop your back. 6, 7. I hope you are applying opposite forces. 8, 9, 10. I know your feet are not in the right shape, but don't give up. 12. The ankle joints must be hurting. Let it hurt. Be there. 15, 16. Back straight, back straight, back straight. 18, 19. Don't drop after 20. 20. Keep your hands straight. 10 breaths. 1, 2. Back straight. 3, 4, 5. Try to create this compression pressure between your tummy and your thighs. So this area, try to crush against each other. 7. Good compression strength is going to give you good forward folds. 9, 10. Keep your hands below. 5 breaths. 1. You can round your back a little bit. That will relax your back, but your thigh joint, your hip joint have to be very active. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now your right hand with your right elbow, try to push your right knee outside. Try to push your right knee outside, and left hand goes up, and you try to touch your ear and twist your torso. Okay, 10 breaths. 1, 2, 3. Take your hand as high as possible. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop your hand. Now left hand pushes your left knee, right hand up. Twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So I think we would have done Malasana for quite a long time, but I'll tell you what, in your routine day to day, try to do this at least 2-3 times in a day. Good Malasana helps in digestion also. It will improve your hip fitness, it will improve your calf fitness, leg fitness, overall very good exercise. Sit down. sit down normally in Sukhasana. Let us take 3 breaths. You might be feeling tired. Let's take 3 breaths. Close your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Now we'll get into lock pose. Lock pose, keep your left leg in 90 degrees and place your right leg on your left leg in 90 degrees. Okay, so your right knee will be on the left heel and right heel will be on left knee. Okay, so this is the lock pose. Try to be as 90 degrees as possible. Then you will feel a good stretch in your external part of your glutes. Okay, if now when your right heel above your left, I hope you are already in the position. Some people might be here. Okay, so you have to try and start pushing your right leg on your heel. But when you are pushing, remember, don't push from your knee, otherwise you are going to injure your knee. So you have to activate your glute, right glute, and try to create an awareness where your glute is trying to push your knee down. Okay, and do this very slowly. Those who can already keep it here, you keep it here. We stay here for 10 breaths. 1, join your hands. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now try to bend forward as much as you can so that again your hips get a deep stretch. Okay, you can hug your body if you want to. You can just hug yourself and go down. Try to touch chin to your legs or to the, if somebody is very flexible, you can touch your chin on the ground also. I am not that flexible, but then go as much down as you can. Hug your body, go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get up. Now change your legs. When you are changing legs, try not to touch your hands on the floor. Change with good core activation. So just raise your legs, change your angle. Try to do this. If you are not, use your head, use your hands minimum. Okay. Again, we'll do the same drill. Ensure now your left knee is on your left heel. If not, activate your left glute and try to press it down from your thigh. Don't push your knee, otherwise you are going to injure your knee. Okay, join your hands, 10 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So bend forward. Try to touch your chest to your feet so that you get a very deep stretch. And when you do that, your back will also be straight and you won't round your back. So with a straight back, come as down as you can. Hug yourself. Touch chest to your. Try to touch chest to your feet. If not, go till wherever you can. You should have a good stretch in your left glute and area there near about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come up. Now we will get into Gomukhasana. So like a lock pose, instead of having your legs in 90 degrees, your left leg will come. You can see the pose maybe, and then you do it. So try to have your knee over knee. right knee over your left knee. And when you have this right knee over knee, also ensure both your hips are grounded. Don't be on one side. If you are on one side, no, you can in fact reduce this distance. Instead of hip over hip, knee over knee, increase this distance, but ensure that your hips are, both the hips are grounded. Otherwise, again you might injure. So get to your range, figure out your range, try to see where you are, activate your feet. So activate your feet, join your hands, back straight, come little bit forward, put little bit pressure on your hip joint, and we'll stay here for 10 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change legs. Again, try to not use your hand. Maybe at the end of it, if you want to make minor adjustments, do it, but try not to. Both hips grounded, feet active, back straight, drishti in the front. Join your hands, 10 breaths. 1, 2, 3, little bit forward bend. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now we'll do a 90-90 where we'll try to activate the inner thighs and your groin area. So sit in a swastik sort of a position. So let me just show you. So maybe if you are facing the camera, look at the left one. Okay, look at the left one. You will have your left leg like a pigeon position in 90 degrees, and your back leg or right leg also will be 90 degrees. So you have one perpendicular in front, one perpendicular at the back. Okay. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to move side to side and then come back. But there is a way, so I am going to show you one. Look at this, and then we'll do 5 reps together. So in this, again join your hands. First keep your left leg grounded. Let only the right leg come up. Okay. You will reach your range at a point. Now I can't take my leg beyond this without lifting this leg. So I've reached my range. With this, keeping this distance same and keeping the activation, I roll on the other side and come in such a fashion that again this leg is now perpendicular, back leg is also perpendicular. Okay. Similarly, I come back, lift my left leg to the extent I can take. Now I can go beyond. So maintaining this distance, slowly keeping my back straight, I am going to the other side. And again, my legs are perpendicular. Let's do this 5 times very slowly. This looks easy, but if you do it mindfully, you know, your inner thighs and your whole pelvic area will be very well tested. So let's start. Speed, match my speed. We have to do this slowly. Okay, start. Right leg up, reach your range, maintain distance, back straight, continue with the tension, slowly roll onto the other side. Exhale, inhale, left leg up, reach your range, maintain the distance, back straight, slowly go to the other side. Maintain the 90-90, exhale, inhale. I won't give instructions now, just look at the camera and do it with me. 1, 2. You might tend to go forward, just realign yourself. 3, 2 more. 4, one more last. Come back slowly, last one. Good. Now stay in this position. We are going to do some interesting drills. Now your left leg is forward, right leg is back. We'll do some isolation movements. Now 5 times lift only your right knee or back knee. Okay, join your hands. 1, nothing else moves in your body. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now take your front leg knee only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now your back leg foot should come up. 1, 2, it might not come up for some of you, it's fine, it will come gradually. 4, 5. And now the front foot, which is very hard. 1, 2, it doesn't come up. 3, we just maintain the activation. 4, 5. Ow. Nice. Go back to the chain sides. Same way slowly. We'll do the same thing on the other side. First the front knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now back knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now front foot. 1, very hard. 2, very hard, doesn't come up. 3, 4, 5. The back foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Come back to a good sitting position. Close your eyes. Take 3 breaths. Now let's do the cobbler pose or Baddha Konasana. Join your feet together. Come as close as you can. If somebody is not able to hold your, if you are not able to hold your toes, you can just take support by keeping your hands at the back. If you can, hold your toes, keep your back straight. And when I'm saying keep your back straight, imagine you are sitting on the hip bones. Okay, and when you imagine that, imagine a skeleton on the hip bone, and then imagine a very perpendicular spinal cord. So automatically your back will come up, and then when your back comes up, automatically your legs come up. Okay, now so we'll do butterfly, but we'll do, I call it a dead butterfly or near dead butterfly. It's very mean of me, but you know, that's the way it's easy to explain. So don't do this butterfly. We have to do 10 counts very slowly. We have to reach our range, and the movement will be initiated from your groin. Okay, so let's do it. 1, very slow, actively reach your range, go down. Slowly try to touch your knees on the ground. 1, okay, come up slow. 2, go down slowly. Ensure that your actions are happening from your hip joint and groin, not your knees. Don't take help of momentum. Ensure you have muscular activation, because the more activation you have here, the more your asana practice is going to be better. Okay, these drills go a long way. I never took these drills really seriously when I was I used to start in the beginning, but my teacher always told me that, you know, these drills will really help you to excel in your yoga practice, and actually that has happened. So don't take these drills lightly. These drills are amazing, very, very important. Okay, continue doing this slowly. 6, down, 7, 3 more, slowly up, 8, up, 9, up, 10. Nice. Now let's just sit in the Baddha Konasana. Hold your toes, activate your inner thighs, let your hips be grounded, knees touch the floor, back straight, look straight into the camera, and take 10 breaths. 1, deep breathing. 2, ensure that your inner thighs are getting stretched and very active. 3, your glutes should be active, glute muscles, because your glute muscles are going to help your knees be grounded. 5, 6, 7, 8, smile on your face. 9, don't get, smile. 10. Now take your elbows on your hips, try to bend forward as much as you can. If you can rock, you rock. If you can't, really hold. Now we have to try and touch our forehead on the big toe or the thumb. Okay, might not be possible for everybody, but remember 2 things. You can round your back, and this movement should be again initiated from your hip bone, hip joint, not your back. So again, imagine a skeleton coming forward and your spine getting rounded. That might give you a easy and good activation. Okay, so 5 breaths, touching your forehead on the toes. Those who cannot, go as far as you can. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up. Now you will do little bit of Upavishta Konasana drills. Again, a nice way to flex your inner thigh. Sit in a V. Sit in a V for maybe a 90-degree angle between your legs. Okay. What we are going to do is activate your thigh muscles, quad muscles, and stretch your inner thighs. Now those who cannot sit straight can use your hands. Everybody can't sit straight in this position. So those who can, please do. Those who cannot, you can keep your hands back, and you can choose your comfort, because this is not that easy. It feels that it's easy. So external, you have to maintain sort of an external rotation in your thighs, but your feet will be internally rotated. So it's a bit tricky. Thigh goes out, but feet come in. So that's how you do the activation for Upavishta. Keep your hands forward, those who can, and we'll go forward slowly as much as we can. This is beginner, so I am also not going to go fully forward, but I'll just maybe show you what you can aim to do by end of the month. Okay, so try to go forward slowly. Okay, so at every juncture, stop and take 3 breaths. So your body is used to that pose, and then you can go further forward. Lock your knees, tight glutes, back straight, keep on relaxing. I hope your hamstrings are getting stretched. Keep your feet active. Go forward, go forward, go forward, go forward. Have a good deep active stretch. Try to touch your toes if you can. If you touch your toes can give you more range, more passive range. Hold your toes and try to go further down if you want to. If you want to increase the distance between your legs, do that, no problem. Go down, try to touch your elbows to the ground. This is what we are going to try in the beginner, touching elbows on the ground. Okay, this is what we'll do. So go as far as, if you can't touch your elbows, take some pillow or something, but get into that position. Maybe you have a thick pillow, get into this position, but you have to be forward bending. Okay, so let us be here for 10 breaths. 1, 2, glutes tight, knees locked, toes active. 4, deep breathe. 5, the pivot is from the tailbone, so your stomach should not be hurting, your stomach should be free. 6, 7, 8, 9, I hope you guys are good. 10, come slowly up. Okay, fold your knees, go back, just wiggle around. Sometimes it just, the stretch is a bit too much for beginners. Okay, now last couple of drills. Sit straight. We will do a seated pigeon. Keep your, so like a lock pose, keep your right heel over your left knee. Then try to hold, let me show it from this angle. Try to, once you're here, try to hold your foot in your elbow, and your other elbow wraps the knee, and you clasp your hands. So this is like you take a baby, right? Take it like a baby and move like a baby. Okay, move like a baby. You have to attempt to touch your chest to your legs. That is the attempt one has to make. So move and try to touch when you are attempting. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Try to get one good touch, drop. Do this with the left leg. First relax, wrap your baby in your hand, right? It's a baby, and let's start the movement. Toe active. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch, go. Now sleep. Now we'll only have a couple of sleeping drills and then we get into Shavasana. It's a happy baby. Clasp your feet from the outside. Your back is fully on the ground. Your legs are up, and it's like a baby pose, happy baby pose. And hold here. Let gravity take control. You have to feel your hips, your inner thighs getting stretched. You can also push your legs, your feet down with your hands. Right? Let's stay here for 10 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now get up. We will do Pashimothanasana as an ending pose. Just we'll relax our back. We'll do Pashimothanasana for 5 counts, and then we will get down into Shavasana. So get into Pashimothanasana. Hold wherever you can. This is not a very, it's okay if you can't hold your toes or heels or whatever. Wherever you can hold, you hold. Objective is to just give your back a little bit of rest. Okay, so just adjust yourselves, right? And one, straighten your back from your tailbone and go down. We be here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. I hope your back is also a bit relaxed now. Let's get into Shavasana. Relax your whole body. Be in Shavasana for whatever time you want to be in. I am logging off. You also log off whenever you feel comfortable. Bye bye and see you tomorrow. I'm still in Shavasana. So bye bye.